This is Newcap News with Lauren Pullen.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Police are still searching for James Turgeon, who went missing April 17th. RCMP have released these photos of the 22-year-old. He was last seen walking on Highway 16 east of North Battleford. Police are asking property owners to check for signs someone may have been there. Anyone with information about his disappearance is asked to call the Battleford's RCMP or Crime Stoppers. The Lloyd X Grounds was a hot spot for women of the border city, playing host to the 4th annual Women's Show. Karen McCullough tells us how this event offered a unique experience with shopping, entertainment, and lots of girl time.
So this is the 4th annual Lloydminster Women's Show. We've got 70 exhibitors here. We've got lots of fun and entertainment for all of the ladies in Lloydminster. We've got a stage show that's been going on all weekend, lots of shopping, lots of fun. It's a good time.
This trade show served women of all ages as well as men. Even the vendors had a fun and fulfilling experience.
I think it's amazing. I've met so many other vendors and people here, and the overall consensus has been like women are such amazing people who actually love to take care of themselves. They love their health. They love to take care of their families, and I think that's what I've learned here.
This is an event that doesn't require tons of money and can provide a day of bonding with the girls.
It's a pretty inexpensive event for people just to come have a good day out. You bring your girlfriends, your mom. From
purses to home decor to health products, the many vendors offered lots of items that you can't always find in your average store.
There's lots of vendors that aren't normally here in the city. We've got lots of direct sales agents as well as lots of unique experiences that you wouldn't find anywhere else.
Carrie McCullough, Newcap News.
There may be a bit of snow lingering on the ground, but the promise of warm spring weather is close by. So for those looking to add a splash of color in their homes while they wait for Mother Nature to do the same, Growers Director gave them a lesson in floral design. Elise Cox has the story.
Spring is in the air, and these ladies are getting a leg up on the latest trends.
Well, I just want them to feel inspired. I mean, the weather's changing, people are getting out and about. So just to go home and see there's simple ways to freshen up and spruce up your home.
To show them how you could incorporate flowers into your home on a day-to-day basis.
Growers Direct put on a presentation to stir up creativity in the community with some simple tips.
Well, I just want to show people, don't be intimidated by flowers. They're not the formal thing they used to be.
So they covered the two big spring trends, one being lots of bright colors.
Color is such a huge part of what's happening in design right now. And then the other end of the spectrum, it's that really natural sort of organic feeling where you add a lot of texture to keep it interesting, but the colors are really neutral.
But its real purpose is to create a home that feels just as good as it looks.
But it's most important to feel comfortable in your home, so even though these are the trends right now, you have to work with what you like. And then ultimately at the end of the day, you go home and you feel good about your space.
There was a great turnout, and they're hoping to do many more presentations to splash some color into the homes of Lloydminster. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
And Elise joins us on the desk now with a first look at weather and the difference between yesterday and today. Basically night and day. It was beautiful and sunny outside this afternoon.
Yeah, lots of sunshine, a bit of cloud cover, but mostly sunny. And right now in Lloydminster, we're sitting at 10 degrees, which is our daytime high. Light 4-kilometer-per-hour winds coming through, and we're looking at mostly cloudy skies around the region, 13 degrees in the Lakeland region and 7 in the Battlefords. I'll have your full forecast and what we're expecting in terms of precipitation in the next 24 hours coming up in a few minutes.
Fairly interesting campaign, eh, Emmett?
It wasn't so bad. I like that idea.
And what do we have off the top here for sports?
Well, we got lacrosse season back in action. And the Wheatland Extreme have had a long off season after getting bumped earlier than expected from last year's playoffs. The team has refocused, rebuilt, and come into this year with absolute confidence. They put this bravado to the test in their home opener against the Edmonton Blues. Right off the opening face-off, the Extreme are on the penalty kill, and the Blues capitalize 1-0 just 24 seconds in. But 41 seconds later, The Extreme find the back of the net on a long shot from Colby Brosseau. Teams were tied at 3 after 1. Second period, Edmonton strikes first on the power play. The Extreme get the extra man a minute later, and Bryce Weltzel knocks the score at 4. Shortly after that, though, the Extreme go down 2 men. Tyven Stewart bails the team out, and the Extreme would score on the PK. But same penalty kill. The Blues strike again. It's tied 5-5, but the game goes downhill for the homeboys shortly after. The Extreme kept heading to the sin bin, and the Blues kept making them pay. Edmonton outscored the home team 9-3 the rest of the way out as they win the opener for both teams 14-8. And afterwards, it was clear to Wheatland coach Scott McAllister what their downfall really was.
Spending most of our time in the penalty box. It's pretty apparent there that we need to try and get a 5-man game going.
It's a huge eye-opener. You know, we really have to figure out what we got to fix here, and it's better to get it out in the first few games of the season than, you know, before playoffs. So we'll figure out, and in the next few practices, we're going to get it all cleaned up, and we'll come back strong in the weekend.
When men's volleyball head coach Daryl Ford retired after the 2011-12 season, the athletic department didn't have to go far to find his successor. Moses Waldo has more.
Moving over from the women to the men's side, it's going to be a transition, but an exciting one.
After being an assistant at the CIS and ACAC levels for nearly a decade, Taylor Dyer will be in a new role as head coach of the men's Rustlers volleyball program.
My years as an assistant coach have hopefully prepared me for this opportunity. I've had 1 year of head coaching experience at the college level, 1 year with the women's program, and now I look forward to being able to take the reins of my own team.
The men's program is full of youth and inexperience, posting a 3-17 record last season. Taylor agrees it was a tough year, but there are some positives going forward.
They've been young for the last couple of years, and I think we have about 12 returning is from what I've been told, so we're going to be that much more experienced next year, and I think the guys are excited for a new opportunity, a new chance to show a new coach what they can bring to the table.
And Taylor is wasting little time in his new role.
Recruiting is going to go hard here in the next few weeks. It's a little bit late to get started, but again, another opportunity. So whatever we need to fill, I'll do my best to go out there and find the players that can make us get better.
Moses Buldu, Newcap Sports.
The best bantam players in the province gathered in Edmonton this weekend for a chance to hoist the Alberta Cup. Team Northeast is being coached by Lloydminster's Kyle Tapp, and there are 3 local kids on the roster: Andrew Kep, James Hilsendagger, and Quinn Sobis. The team went undefeated through round-robin play, setting up a semi-final match against Calgary North yesterday. Northeast battled back from 2 early deficits to post a 6-3 win. And that W puts them in tonight's final game against Team South. The game is currently 3-2 for Northeast after 2 periods. That's your first look at Newcap Sports. Stay tuned for more news and weather after the break.
And that is all the time we have tonight. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good night.
Wardrobe consultations and clothing provided by Cliff Rose for Clothes,